Yeah.
Hey readers, this is Paul Duke here for Hoarse News. I'm here with some of the fine artists who are at Harmonycon this weekend. Obviously we had the panel a while ago with the musicians. Just want to ask you guys something very quickly. Is this your first con back after the pandemic for any of you?
No, it's not the first con. It's the first one performing, though.
Yes.
The first one back in the U.S. since the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I did Everfree and Ciderfest prior to this last year.
Yeah. This is my third con back.
I've done Everfree and TrotCon, but this is my first Harmonycon.
Okay. So, bearing that in mind, how are you guys finding it? Was it hard to adjust at all back on the things?
No, it was pretty easy.
It was pretty easy.
Yeah, it was pretty easy.
So I went back into it like that.
Like riding a bicycle, bro.
Honestly, the only difference is you just have a piece of cloth on your face now.
Literally.
Diaper on your face.
Chin diaper is gone.
Was it difficult at all to play or sing with a mask on?
Oh, we were allowed to.
It was funny. It was like we were like sometimes maskless in the hall and nobody stopped us. It was like everybody's like done with the pandemic almost.
Well, it's more so that like they were a little lax with it whenever people were like sitting off to the side and not like walking around. We still gotta be careful. We aren't like really out of this yet. We just gotta be like careful and look out for each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
I see a plane. No, I don't.
We're by an airport, by the way.
The plane!
Pulse the plane!
The plane!
Actually, I don't see a plane at all. I don't know what I'm looking at.
Flight simulator.
Okay, so that's a good question. So now that things are getting back up to speed again, have you found it difficult to try and regain your creative tempo from before?
Well, I think during pandemic I was the most creative, to be honest.
More time.
Everything was locked down. I had nothing else to do. I was like, shoot, I gotta do something. So I started doing electronic music, and I started doing stuff outside of drums. But I started doing the drum thing a little bit more and recording, and then I realized stuff's starting to get going again. So I was like, I want to perform again. So here we are.
It's always the same. Like, got all that time to work with.
Right. At first, burnout was pretty bad, but once you got used to it, then you started making more stuff.
I see. There was like a rift with me, like with trying to do online stuff, but I got through it pretty easily with like the technology I had and so.
Yes.
Yeah, doing the online cons actually really, really helped with that because it kind of like kicked you like, man, like I do a lot of these, so I really want to start like bringing in some new material and whatnot, like mixing it up. So that was certainly nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are your hopes and plans for the year ahead, guys?
Plans for the year ahead.
More music. I'll grow my audience more and more cons.
I hope to produce a new album. I hope to. I just released a new single today, actually. I hope to. You did? I want to record some drums more. I'm doing a lot of stuff in and out of Pony and non-Pony stuff, so I'm still musically active. So there's a lot of things on the table. I just gotta get things sorted out.
Yeah, same.
But I'm going to another convention in like 2 months or so.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have 3 goals: release an album, reignite my podcast, and start my business.
Yes.
I think starting a business is like a thing that's been on the burner for like 3 years now.
In some ways, yes.
Can you tell us more about the business?
What was that?
Can you tell us a bit more about the business?
In as few words as possible, teaching people the ins and outs of music.
Cool.
For me, I want to take Whirlwind Studios as a production business for both music or audio, visuals, video. Do that. See if I could offer some resources, maybe some gear for events, or also be able to record and track other artists. That's kind of like what I want to do.
Okay.
Be able to help.
I'm in a band, and I just released the name not too while ago, like last night. The new band, Lunatic High, and I'm just starting that. We're writing demos right now, and this is something that's like non-brony, but we're working to do something really big outside of the convention scene. But I'm still going to do conventions, just at some point, just I won't do conventions when I'm like touring, doing video shoots or anything like that. So,
Okay.
but,
Will they still? That's a good question. Will they still allow you to create new pony music?
yes, I'll definitely be doing more like Ponies at Dawn, State of Sugar. I'm an open freelancer musician. So,
Okay.
yeah.
How would the labeling work? Because obviously they might not want that. Do you use the same label? The same.
What is it?
Do you use the same label, the same name?
No, I'm a part of Pop Riot, which is owned by Athena, and we're just trying to start out something. It's a new label, but we're looking to get something off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in the Baltimore scene, like it's like very strong and anything like that.
How does the naming work? I mean, because obviously if Lunatic High is going to be your mainstream music name.
Well,
are you allowed to use that name when you're doing more pony music?
Well, it will be separate from what I do as Drummer Shy, because I'll be using my full name for the registry for the band.
Yes.
But other than that, I'll still be Drummer Shy as the pony musician. But outside of it, I'll be like my full name in the real band thing.
Yeah. Okay. Is that anything you guys have ever wondered about? Like, if you ever became famous, if you ever got signed to a label, how they would
sent to a label?
Yeah, how they would deal with the fact you've made pony music.
I would just say no, I don't want to get.
I would just say,
I don't want to get a label.
I don't want to. How do I formally tell someone to F off? That's basically how I would say. I want to stay as free as I can without having someone to restrict me to do whatever I do. And this is just for the music side of things. Because if it was like, if I got a label to give me a budget to produce it, like to help record an album for someone else, like that guy could probably do. But for my music in particular, or even playing with other artists, I want to say freeze a bird.
Yes.
I honestly never had intentions of like signing with a label or anything, hypothetical or otherwise. Which, like, if that's something that someone wants to do, there's absolutely still a place for it and whatnot. It's just you kind of have to know what you're getting yourself into.
Yes.
And you have to decide for yourself if it's worth it or not. Personally, we're in like this new, fascinating, really cool era of music where like you're starting to find out like more and more independent people realizing like, yo, I can make this stuff like in my bedroom, and that's kind of why I wanted to do my business, because I want to show these people you 100% can.
That's right, and indeed, sometimes you get really lucky with it as well. Sometimes some people can have success almost immediately, because there was that one period where Violet Pony a few months ago suddenly went to the top of a couple of listings, most downloaded listings, which was fun.
Rate My Band or whatever it was.
Oh yeah.
Rate My Album or something. She got to the top of it.
Number one. Yeah.
I actually didn't know that.
Sorry, could you elaborate?
Oh, sure. There's like a website called like Rate My Band or something.
Yes.
I don't think that's the name exactly, but it's just anyone can rate music, and she got the top of that one.
Yes.
For like.
Oh yes, that
I
was.
think.
Is it still around?
The site's still around. I don't know. There's probably like articles on it. Because around people are raving about it.
Okay, so final question, guys. Last question. Where do you see yourselves in a year from now?
1 year from now.
1 year?
2023.
Right here.
Yeah, we're still here.
Right here.
Probably right here.
Hopefully, I expand my audience a little bit. I'll be 19, so getting older.
Probably like again do the band thing, but also do pony conventions here and there and everywhere. So
hopefully in this chair, be with
Back
you.
again.
Yes.
After an even better show than this time.
Yes.
I'm very much hoping that like this time next year, my business is taking off and it is my full-time income, so I can dedicate time to this. That's kind of one of the things about the label. Is like it was one of those things where it's like you can't do pony music anymore. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna leave. So
you're not gonna do it, Alex?
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I'm not commenting.
I think it's like after this, the law requires answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the very last thing, very last thing. This is a very sensitive question. Have you seen any mares around here? And
Mares, I mean, a lot over there.
do you believe the claims that mares are being hidden from the government because they can block radar?
I didn't hear any of that. I'm sorry.
Do you believe the conspiracy theory that the mares are being hidden from the government? The government is hiding mares because they block radar, as has been That's Alex Pones. That's what he's been walking around the convention saying.
Celestia, man, you know.
That's good. That's
What's
good.
Celestia hiding, you know, like shit.
That's good.
The changeling invasion was an inside job.
Yeah.
Is this War Room at Canada?
Twilight Sparkle did 9/11.
Look, all I'm saying is I'm gonna do my own research, okay?
I did my own research.
What is it that they're putting?
I'm gonna go on the
magic in
Pone
water?
Rogan podcast.
we drank the changeling water and it cured my COVID.
Pone Rogan. I know you hate that.
Donut Joe Rogan.
Huh?
Donut Joe Rogan, obviously.
Donut
Oh god.
Donut Joe.
Is it possible, do you think, that some people have made allegations as well that he is actually an operative working for Vladimir Putin?
Yes.
And what would you base this on, sir?
Man, we're getting meta, dude.
Man, yeah, we are. A little bit too much for me right now.
Melody, what would you base that on? Do you have any evidence for this?
Oh, I can't say I do.
Okay.
I haven't seen
I'm on
it.
Wikipedia, dude.
Yeah,
Wikipedia.
There's never any big information, you know, online. You know?
You
Never.
you don't understand. My uncle, who uses a 17-letter alphabet, is this close to just blowing the whole thing wide
yeah,
open.
it's a
on
whole
Facebook.
corporate operation,
You just
you know.
wait and see.
So there's lots of speculation, evidently. So thank you very much for your time and your insight today, guys. You have a good weekend. I'm gonna be knocking around on Monday. If I see you guys, all the best.
You too.
Thank you. All right, see ya. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.